Hi Virgo, hopefully you're doing well. This is Cindy with Quantum Kaleidoscope, and I'm going to do a quick reading for this week. Are you excited for 2021? 2020 was hard, but I mean, 2021 will probably be, I'm excited for it, but I mean, it's still going to be challenging. So what's going on for Virgos this week? What can we tell them to help them stay in highest vibration and on their truth path? Okay. So we're going to look a little bit about the theme with the Emperor here. So some of you guys can be feeling like a boss, maybe you've been overcoming some conflict, or overcome some conflict within yourself where you're like, I don't know what to do, maybe. Okay. What do we have for Virgos? Interesting. Okay, so 9 of Swords. Okay, so you could be thinking a lot about this conflict. Some of you might have a conflict with the boss, maybe, something. So what's the theme? The Aeon. Okay, so this is Judgment in the traditional tarot. So this is Judgment Day. This is being, called from above as well. Kind of like sometimes where, what are you thinking about? What are you overthinking about? Because you're deciding something. And for some of you, it might be this, call, where you're just like, I have to do this. I'm just called to do this. Maybe make a call, But this is the, Judgment Day, right? Do you, get forgiven for your sins? Do you, get risen up again? Or do things stay dead once and for all? But I mean, this means that you are at an end of a cycle, okay? Which also is the 9 of Swords too, right? So I mean, if you've been having some sleepless nights, about the decision about what you're being called to do, okay, or maybe feeling like you are being judged, okay, is that the stress is not going to last for long, okay? 9s mean that it's almost over. It just mean that one, idea or something that is needed in order to calm those thoughts. The past, okay, the Star. Okay, so in the past you've done some major healing. Okay, there probably was some hard moments, okay, where things felt like they just crumbled, where it's just like, oh my goodness, the ground fell from underneath me, and you may not have been caught, for example, but the Star means that there's been some evolution, there's been some healing, okay? You've been having some faith. These are 2 major arcanas too, okay? So, I mean, this is a week where you're going to make some major decisions, again, you may not see it now. It might just seem like, an everyday stress or whatever, okay? But something in the past, something that you had faith on, something that where you kind of followed that wish, for example. And maybe you're stressing that it's not coming in or whatever, okay? But it's Judgment Day. What might you need to wrap up? Okay, we have the Sun. Oh my god, this is a big week for you, okay? Whether you know it or not, and even then it's it may not even be, again, these are major arcana, so it may seem like nothing is happening, on the everyday, okay? But you have the Sun, okay? So it's time to be happy. It's time to have fun. It's time to try to silence these swords. You know how you can kind of do that is by putting some mindfulness practice in, trying to be present in your everyday reality, in the, actions that you're doing, okay? Because unless you're in immediate danger at that second, everything is perfect in the moment, okay? So I do feel like you need to have some fun. It can also be about bringing something to light, okay? What are you overthinking about? What have you been making this judgment about? What are you trying to, For some of you, can be like a second chance, or coming back from the past type of thing, right? And that you need to like illuminate, to highlight that you're like, hey, I'm back, or I'm leaving, you know. Okay, what to get excited for the year? 9 of Wands. Okay, so we have nines. So the 9 of Wands is kind of known as the wounded warrior. Okay, but the thing is, if anything happens this year, I think you're gonna do fine. Okay, with the star in the past, okay, with the tower in the past, you've been through hell and fire and back. Okay, so now you are stronger because of it. You have endurance, okay? Like the 9 of Wands, like I love it in this deck, okay? You can see it a little bit clearer now, okay? Because it's like most of the time you do see him as like that, like, oh, he's like guarded, putting up walls, maybe, like feels so hurt kind of thing. But this one is like he is using he's using all those wands to propel him forward, okay? And there's actually like this DNA structure behind it as well, right? Where it's like this, whatever you've been going through this year, it has been important for your evolution, and you are almost done, okay? With the judgment, okay? This is number 20 out of 20. Well, 22 are kind of, but this is number 20 out of 21 because it starts with 0, okay? And so it's like, and this is representative of one more push. It's just like he needs to just like do one more determination, and actually what he has here too is actually like a bow and arrow. It's like, I can see my sights on success. So it might be a hard working year, but I mean, you got it. I don't know where that cut out. Okay, but I just want to say, inherent with the 9 of Wands is you are going to be successful. Okay, everything you've been through, okay, it has really affected your DNA to the sense that you can endure so much, okay? And this cycle is almost over. You've learned these lessons, okay?